Well, first thing I'm going to want to do is let's move all these inner ones in. If I move all of these in, these are automatically going to be moved as well. So I'm going to bump this out of the way, take this, move both of these in, move this here, and curse splat. So now I've got these two here. This guy, let's take this and move this into here. Let's double turn, turn, and turn. So this is in. And okay, so I've got all of these guys in. So now these are in as well. Now I want to put these little ones here too. That won't be a problem. That's sliding U technique. So move it in from here, from the left, move it to the right, move it in from the right, back to the left, turn, turn, and turn. And I'm doing it this way because I'm not going to mess up any of these. So it's just a matter of finding all the rest and putting it in. This guy finds a nice home here. Turn, 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 turn. So what's fun about these puzzles is even though I've never used it before, techniques are very similar. And the generation of algorithms should be no problem at this point. The biggest problems and the biggest challenges come with bandaging. This is a completely, well, I shouldn't say completely non-bandaged puzzle. It's a non-bandaged puzzle, it just has restrictions of movement by being 180 degrees, but it's predictable. Okay, so we're good. So all these are in and all these are in. So now we can move to the next step, which is putting these guys in. So this green is already in, green edge. Let's go ahead and just put all these in as we find opportunities. Center's in first, so move this to here, turn, turn, and turn. This is in, it knocked this blue one down. So we're going to move this blue one in, turn. So this is the first layer of the last part. This will be all positioning and sliding U techniques, so no worries. This is a pink one. Turn, turn, and turn. And now we do it from here. Turn, turn, and turn. Okay, so all these are good. Alright, so I'm going to continue that technique, getting this red one into here. Now, understand, although there's two red and oranges, there's only one that goes here. So there's no equivalencies with that. That's always going to be the same. That's part of the limitations of this scramble. And every twisty puzzle has a limitation to understand. Okay, this is just a matter of doing. There's no tricks here. Here's a corner piece which is pink and orange. And that puppy belongs over here. Turn, turn. So this is just the positioning part. This is just the marathon part. This is like putting in a jigsaw puzzle. There's no tricks once you've got the sliding U thing going. Turn, turn. And I'll remind you that I don't believe that there's going to be parity with this case because or parity situations, parity problems, because I'm not changing the parity of the puzzle as I'm solving it. Okay, this green one goes in. Yeah, the thing about a professor solve is it does take some time. Anything beyond a master solve, it's mostly just a marathon. And could it be? Yep, we have it down to one more piece, which is going to be the green one. So finally, our final sliding U this layer. Turn, turn, and ha. Okay, so we're nearly there. Now we have the dilemma of the last layer. The dilemma of the last layer means how do we move these in without disrupting these guys. So we're going to do semi-cuboid algorithms. But my thinking is this. I think I had a pretty good thing going with that sliding U sliding U technique, because I can predict where I was going to place things. What I can do is this. I'm just going to put one up over here so that I can start placing things. So let's go ahead and move the pink one up. Turn. 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 And turn. Okay, so I have this pink one positioned. Where do I want it to go? I want to go over here. And once it does that, it's going to move this one out. I have a nice pair over here, but I think it's okay to take that out. So I'm going to move this up, purple one up, move it to where I want the pink to go, which is here. Double turn this over here. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through the second part of the sliding U technique, which is the overall effect that it has on the other layer. We never worried about that until now. So now this is up here. I've got this purple one here to put in at some other point, but I've got this purple to place. So let's line this up to where we want it to go. And that is going to be here. So this red is going to come to here. This is going to come here, and that'll swing this purple back to here. But at least this correct purple one will end up here. So turn over here. So now we're feeling pretty confident. Maybe it'll be that simple. Seems to be working. But maybe there's some more complications. It's never as simple as you'd hope. So that's over here. So let's find where the red's supposed to be. And that red is supposed to be here. Alright, so this red will come to here. This blue will come to here. And this green will be ready for action. So turn, turn. You know, alternatively, well, no, it's okay. I was trying to be tricky about it, but why not keep things relatively simple? Turn, turn, and splat. Okay, now we've got this green positioned where this is going to come to here. This will come to here. This orange will come here. Now, here's a problem. I don't want to move this pink one out. So I don't want the pink one to cycle here. So I'm going to find another one to cycle. How about, no, that's blue. That's purple, rather. Nope, that's red. Okay, so here's an orange. So we've come to the limit of what we can do. Well, no, not really. Okay, this blue can come here. The green will end up over here. So that's not going to work either. Okay, actually this takes us back to the beginning, I suppose. So this blue will come here, this green will come here, and this purple will come over here. So we move this in like so, bump it to here, double turn from this area, bump it back, double turn in the middle, bring it back here, turn, and here. So we've come full circle here. And I think we'll have most of these in. These are in. The only thing that's left is these two over here. So let's see what we can do. This has to go to the orange side. Where's the orange side? Right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this in. And what's going to happen is that this blue will swing with this guy. So that's a nice 3 cycle. Move this up to here. And 1, 2, 3 from this end. Double turn. 1, 2, 3. Move it back. 1, 2, 3. Turn here. 1, 2, 3. So what do we got? This is in over here, so that's good. This pink is in over here. So now what? What else needs to needs to be done on this side. These are both in on this side, both in, both in, both in, not in. So we're running into a little bit of a dilemma, which I was kind of afraid might happen. Because I've run out of 3 cycles. It's a 2 cycle. What we have is this and this simply need to swap. And I don't have a third one to use. By third one, it means I can't exchange any of these guys. So what I'm going to have to simply do is let's just get this in. Let's move this back. I've gone as far as I can in terms of getting everything to the left of the center. I can't go any further. So I'm running into trouble into what appears to be a parity. It isn't, can't be, according to my definition of it, but we'll get into what the heck I'm talking about. So I'm going to abandon what's going on the right side, and I just have to sort of leave this out. So let's put things in putting things on the left side of things. Let's go to the right side now. So this is where the true problem solving comes into. So this, let's see, this is a red one here. I can get this red to here by cycling this around. So turn this over here, move this in here, double turn here, move it back. This red will end up back over here. Turn, turn, and turn. So as promised, I've got this red one in. And now this pink one is ready for action. Let's see. Now, I did everything that's on the left of it. This is not done, but everything else is. But I can't do any more. Trust me, I can't. I'd end up with a 2 cycle. So I'm just going to focus on the right side. So let's find a right side pink right here. This has to come over to here. So let's line another one up that's not in. This will go here, this will go here, and this green will go here and solve the green side. So we seem to be doing well. Move this to where I want to move the pink one in. Double turn here. Move this back. Double turn here. Move this back here. Double turn and back. So as promised, this is all solved, and this is all solved, so now I'm postured to put the purple one in on the right side. Okay, so now let's put this in position. This is going to come into here. So let's line it up with another one that's out, and this blue will find a nice home over here. So double turn here. That purple one is going to go wherever I position this, which is here. Double turn here. Move this in, double turn here, move this back, turn, and then back. And that actually placed all these and placed all these. Now this orange one is ready for action, which goes over here. So this is going to have to come to here. And here's where we may run into trouble. Anything else that can come in from this side. Not here, not here, not here, not here, not here. Okay, so herein lies the problem. We have another situation where we have to do a 2 cycle. These two have to flip-flop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to simply get my orange side back, and then we can re-evaluate just what we've got. So this will come here, this will go here, and this will go here. So you can see the apparent parity that's about to happen, and this is what I was anticipating. I'm just going to slide my yellow side back, and you're going to see the inevitable place that we find ourselves and how we can maybe get out of it. And back. So this is all back in here. And you see what I've come across. Now I'm not worried about the corners yet. This is good, this is good. You can see that corners are in, but the center's not. This is good, and this is also corners are in, but center is not. So I've got these 2 that are out. Now if I had 3 that were out, I had 3 sets where corners are in, but the center's not, that's fine. I can do my 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, and I can get them back, but I can't do that if there's just 2. Now before, when I ran into that situation on the middle layers, I could just do an equivocation with the layer over here, and I can substitute one red for another, so if I had the same situation where I had orange here and red here, I can simply take another red and just rotate it up and cycle it. Because these are not the same, I can't. So how did this happen, and how can I get out of this? Is this actually a parity? Well, again, I say it can't be because the parity of the puzzle never changed. So how can this be a parity problem? It must be an equivocation. So there must be something else that can 3-cycle with this, but there isn't. There's no other place here I can look around. I can't 3-cycle anything else on the top. So what this means is I calibrated the puzzle wrong. What I actually need to do is I need to swap these guys. And if I focus on swapping these guys, then it should reset the position here. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm not going to try to generate a unique algorithm to just get out of this. That's not really what I would call problem solving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side here and flip-flop it with this side. The way that I'm going to do that, I'm going to take these reds and put them in with this side here. So I'm going to do a 2R over here. So I move the red over here, and I'm going to take this position and do a 2F, and now I'm going to move it back and then do another 2F. So basically what was here is now here, and now the position that's here I'm simply going to move into here, splat. So what I did is I reoriented this. I've got the center back here, and you can see I made a little bit of a mess of the top and the bottom. But that's okay, because in essence what I did is I recalibrated the puzzle to get me out of that apparent parity by equivocating these two. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's get these guys back in. That's easy, sliding U technique. And it's going to, in essence, 3-cycle these. This to here, or something, and this to here. So slide it in from the right. I'm going to double turn it to the left, slide it in to the left. Double turn it to the right, slide it in from the right, double turn it on the left, slide it in on the left, and then bring it back. Okay, that put these guys back in. Now all I have to do is equilibrate these guys, place these back in. So what I'm going to do is exactly that. I'm now going to take this pink and orange and bring it here. And nicely, this is going to very courteously come to here, which is where it needs to be. And this red one is going to find a nice home with this over here. So let's do it. Move this in over here. Plop it to where the orange is. Double turn over here. Plop it back over here. Double turn. Move back to the left. Double turn, move back over here. So now this is in. I've got these in over here, and this is in over here too. Now if my calculation is correct, I should not have to do any single swaps. That should have been fixed. So let's see what we've got here. I've got this orange, or this red rather. I'm just going to start putting things back in. So I'm going to move this to here. This red will come to here, this green will come to here, and this red and white will find a nice home right here with this red and white. So far, the puzzle is very pleased. The puzzle is very happy with what I did, and it's almost solving itself, I think. Move this into here. Whoops. Turn this here. Double turn. Move it back here. Double turn. Move it here. And double turn. And move it back. Okay, so now I've got these. Now let's see if my theory is correct. If I fixed that, I should have a 3-cycle here and not just a 2-cycle. So I'm going to move this into here. This green wants to come to here. This pink wants to come to where? Here. And this orange wants to come to here. So if I didn't know any better, I'd say I have a nice 3-cycle. So move this into here. The green is in. I took the pink out, so by moving it here to where the pink center is, I'll move it into there. So double turn here, move it back. This orange will get lined up. Move this back over here, move back to the left, turn, and how did we do? All of these are back. Good, 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 and good. So we did it. So the concept holds. The strategy is correct. that it was an equivocation of these two. By resetting that, I simply slid my U back to get these guys in, and now I could easily place that without coming into a situation where I have a double swap. So it doesn't matter what puzzle you use, you may find similar situations in any type of a puzzle. So now it's a matter of getting these guys in. So we're not completely out of the water. These are already in over here. So I just want to focus on the corners. This has to come over to here. I'm wondering about something. What if I do 2R? Nah, I'm getting too fancy. So this green can end up over here. So that's what I'm going to do. This will come over to here. So I'm going to flip-flop these two. 2R U, 2R UI, 2R. Now do a U and a DI. Now 2R U, 2R UI, 2R, UI D, 2R UI, 2R U, 2R. I do a 2U and a DI, then do a 2R UI. This may seem like a long algorithm, but it's really just one algorithm chopped up into two parts. And I move this back. So these are in, these are in, these are in. I have two more to go. I've got to swap these two. And I know how to do that. It's no different from what I did with, well, down here and with the 3x3 version. Which means I've got to take this and move it to here and then swap them. So move this like so. Then I go 1, 2, 3, and I move this back here. And now I'm going to swap them. Now the reason why I did it that way is that when I swap these two, this and this don't change. So I'm not going to cause any issues with this center here. Remember, this center stayed the same, or these edges stayed the same, and this stayed the same. So I'm not going to swap this yellow one out. So 2R U, 2R UI, 2R U DI. Now do the whole algorithm. 2R U, 2R UI, 2R UI D, 2R UI, 2R U, 2R. Then I go 1, 2, and then 1, and we finish it up with 2R UI, 2R U, 2R. This moves back, and now we try to get back what we put in by going 2R, well, bring this down here. Whoop, let's do this right. This comes up here, and then I go 1, 2, 3, and this comes up over here. So all these corners are now in, and now it's a matter of cycling these guys. Again, there should not be any parity issues. I shouldn't anticipate that. It's just a matter of positioning. So this red can come here, this orange will come here, this blue will come here. That doesn't, maybe I can do a little bit better. I like this to be here, but how about moving the orange one here? So what if I turn this down like so, move this in, then move this back. Okay, I just have to remember to move this. So 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. And quickly, before confusing myself, let's move this back. I know it's correct because these are now all lined up. Move this like so, and move this back. So I should have put 3 in, and I did. 1, 2, 3. I should have 3 more to go, and I do. So now this will come to here. This piece needs to move over to here. So I'm going to move this like so, move this in position, and move this back. And I'll remember what to do because I just have to take this yellow and move it over to here. So now I'm going to go ahead and 3 cycle these guys. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. And I believe once more should do it. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. Did not change the configuration here, so I simply move this back to line this up. Move this into place, move it in, and done. Finished. So there it is, the Professor Hex Prism. I may be pronouncing it wrong or saying it wrong, but anyway, it was really just a matter of coming up with something of a new algorithm, but not really. Remember, it was just the same algorithm sandwiched with, it was an algorithm sandwiched within itself, so to speak, just to swap these two. That's the only thing that was new. The rest was sliding U techniques and positioning and doing 3 cycles with the exact same sliding U technique. Not a new algorithm, just understanding where the positionings were. So a very fun puzzle. My hope is that you can apply some of that reasoning to other novel puzzles. Fun solve. I actually hadn't done this before, so I'm glad that the strategy worked. Anyway, thanks for watching.